Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I have for you my team building analysis video from week number 4 of Division 2 Season 4 of the Pokemon Premier League. Yes indeed. Now, we are in a bit of a pickle at 0-3, which privately I think should be 2-1, but there you go. It's not ideal, it really is less than ideal. And a win is really important. We desperately need one. And it's not going to be easy. This week we are taking on a good friend of the channel and of me, and that is going to be Carson, Toxic Gaming, and the Chicago Bewears. Yeah, he's just coming off the back of a 6-0 loss, but he's 2-1. So, you know, he is going to want to get back his momentum that he lost last week with a big loss. So, it's going to be kind of going all out here, I think. The team he can choose from, by the way. Megazord X, Scizor, Milotic, Decidueye, Jolteon, Dugtrio, Omastar, Braviary, Gardevoir, Sneasel, and Stuffle. His Z-move users, Omastar and Sneasel, and his Super Z-move user is the Gardevoir. Now, given how we have been performing of late, the team I'm bringing against Carson, it's a little memey in places. It's very offensive. Like, looking at the Chicago Bewears lineup, honestly looking at it, there's not a lot there where you go, okay, yeah, that's really bulky. There is not a lot there that is just really very bulky. Like, Zordex can be, Scizor can be, Milotic, oh, yeah, I'll give you Milotic. That's fair enough. There's all these things like Decidueye can be, Gardevoir can be, Braviary. There's so many things where you look at them and go, yeah, I can take a hit, but none of them really want to be honest. So, I'm going a little bit with memes and a little bit with offense, and I'm feeling like if I can outbulk him, I can also outmuscle him, so I need to find a way to do both at the same time. So, without further ado, and I realise that was quite confusing, but stick with me, you're going to understand. We are going to get into the team I've decided to bring against Carson this week coming. So first up, we have Mamoswine. Spaceman returns for its 4th game. A Focus Sash set this time with Earthquake, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Toxic. It's your Common or Garden, Thick Fat, Max Attack, Max Speed, Jolly Nature. This basically, Mamoswine is always nice, it always puts pressure on, but this guy ideally, its sort of main fallback role here is to check an out of control Megazord X. If I can keep the Focus Sash intact, I can just bring it in as long as there are no hazards. I'll come on to that later. I can just bring in Mamoswine with the Sash intact against the Megazord X that's out of control and just just kill it, basically. But also, you know, Mamoswine puts a lot of pressure on his team as well. The Toxic's there for things like the Milotic, which I think would be his major switch into a Mamoswine. But it's also nice to catch stuff like the Megazord X, a Decidueye on the switch line, like that Braviary as well. I'm looking over there a lot because that's where the Chicago Bewears team is on my other screen. So yeah, that's the main reason behind Mamoswine. Next up, we have Stupid Bill the Necrozma also coming back for his 4th game. With the leftovers, we have got Stealth Rock, Morning Sun, Hidden Power, Fire, and Psychic, near max HP, 208 in special attack with that modest nature, and 56 into speed. That speed is just in case Carson decides to RTK me. I'm not having Necrozma outsped accidentally ever again. It's not happening. Yeah, Necrozma, it's just bulky offense. It's a Necrozma, so it's going to take pretty much any one given hit other than the most powerful things that he's got. Hidden Power, Fire, and Psychic, they hit his team, I believe, just for neutral damage across the board. Things that are going to be taking it fairly well, like the Gardevoir will tank these hits if he brings it. Similarly, the Braviary could be built to, Decidueye maybe, and the Milotic as well. Megazord X, yeah, no, things can take a hit, but Necrozma's kind of there to just chip away at things, get rocks up when I can, heal myself up, and pave the way for other things. Like this next member of the team, Ibra Zapdos, our captain, returns for the first time. I believe this season we're actually bringing a Z move. I don't think we've brought one for the rest of the other games, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Rockium Z here with Thunderbolt, Heatwave, Ancient Power, and Agility. 124 HP, max special attack, 132 speed, timid. Yeah, this guy is really a sort of mid or late game sweeper cleaner. It can put the hurt on his team with those 3 moves. Thunderbolt is, you know, your bread and butter. Heat Wave is very nice coverage, hits the Sizzle, hits the Decidueye, hits the Stuffle, if he wants to bring that with the Fluffy. Yeah, Rocky MZ, mainly there for the Megazord X. And, you know, Ancient Power, hashtag get the boosts, maybe. At +2, we're outspeeding basically everything. And I don't intend to get into a position where I let him set up 2 Dragon Dances with Megazord X. That ain't gonna fly. So, next up is where we start to get a little bit memey. Say hello to Sadie the Morwile, coming back for yet another game. With the Shed Shell, Intimidate, Max HP, Max Defense, Bold, Stockpile, Charge Beam, Toxic and Baton Pass. Yes, we're going full shroom on this one, going back to my memey roots. You know, some people know, most people know that Morwile gets Baton Pass, and a lot of people would think, oh, you know, passing sort of attack boost, something like that. No, we're passing defense, and this is where I started to need to combine bulking him out and out muscling him, because his draft is at the moment, you know, what with the things he's picked up and dropped, it's not frail, but it's not bulky. So if I can just pass bulk into something like the Zapdos or the Necrozma, then I can pretty much out-bulk him, take any few given hits, and allow myself to set up free with Zapdos, or just, you know, survive with Necrozma. The Charge Beam is nice, you know, I want to be able to pass +1 special attack into either of those if I can. Shed Shell to escape the Doug Trio, Toxic is just nice on there to wear things down as well. Toxic, you know, he's got a fairly safe switch into Zard, whether Megad or not, so if I can get a Toxic onto that with Morwile as he switches in, that would be super nice too. Same kind of thing for the Milotic and, you know, other sort of pseudo-bulky shit he's got on his team. But, yeah, basically Necrozma and Zapdos, they don't necessarily need the special attack boost. They appreciate the bulk being passed into them, but they don't need the special attack boost. You know who wants to have both of them passed into them? The 5th member of my team, and the final Pokemon to make his debut. It's Shearing Light, the Dragonair. Oh yes, Dragonair is here with the Eviolite, Shed Skin, Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, and Rest. Max HP, max special attack, modest. This guy can run through him with those moves. The only problem, of course, is that Dragonair is not the most powerful, and even with the Eviolite, it's not stupidly bulky. You know, what Dragonair relies on is investing into one defensive stat and trying to boost the other, really, while sort of maybe phasing things around, getting chip damage here and there, getting statuses off, you know, that kind of stuff. But in tandem with Morwile, this Fairy Dragon Steel Core, hopefully, will function in a very strange way, whereby Morwile will get up a bunch of stockpiles on something, and Morwile can set up on a fair few things in his team. The Scizor instantly, the Milotic if I can get a stockpile up as it comes in, and pressure it to switch out with the Toxic. The Decidueye, potentially. You know, the Braviary even, and potentially the Gardevoir, and definitely the Sneasel. And the Stuffle as well, obviously. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Morwile can set up on. I can always escape if he brings in the Doug Trio directly. And if I can get +1 in charge with the Charge Beam off, and pass that plus boosts in defense into Dragonair, resting up with Shed Skin whenever I get worn down too much, Dragonair could be something to turn the game in my favour this time around. So yeah, that's going to be Dragonair. Final member of the team is going to be Zangoose, Goose Bolton, hashtag the Goose is loose. Toxic Orb, Toxic Boost set as always. Quick Attack, Return, Fire Punch, Close Combat. We've got 72 into HP, Max Attack, 180 Speed, Jolly. The Chicago Bewears have got some interesting speed tiers and some interesting gaps in those speed tiers, which I can take advantage of with Zangoose here. It just means that I can run a little bit more invested into bulk, maybe tank 1 or 2 of the weaker hits here and there. And yeah, Zangoose hopefully is going to do what Zangoose does best, which is, you know, wait for the likes of Necrozma and maybe Mamoswine to punch some holes, and if something goes down, Zangoose comes in and does what Zangoose does, which is force your opposition to pick a fodder. That's what Zangoose does, and that's what I'm hoping for it to do here. I've been set a target by my man Shardy. I must claim 5 kills with Zangoose this season. I've taken 2 kills from 1 game so far, so I'm hopeful that we can reach that target and exceed it. So, yeah, that's going to be the team facing off against the Chicago Bewears. As far as the things I'm expecting from him, honestly, it comes down to just a fair few. Like, the Megazord X will be there, I'm almost certain. The Scizor too. Milotic I'm very much expecting, you know, as a switch into the likes of Mamoswine and maybe even the Tarak. The Decidueye and maybe the Jolteon almost certainly. It's the, you know, he's got rid of his Steelix at this point, so he really wants to block the potential Volt Switches that admittedly I don't have on Zapdos, but I could. So I'd expect Jolteon. Dugtrio, absolutely I expect. And Gardevoir or Sneasel, I would excuse me, I would think. And to be honest, probably the Sneasel on that one. So yeah, Megazord X, Scizor, Milotic, Jolteon, Dugtrio, and Sneasel are the things I'd expect him to bring to this one. With an outside chance of Gardevoir and an even further outside chance of Decidueye. But Braviary, I wouldn't think he's bringing. Stuffle, I absolutely don't think he's bringing. And the Omastar, with Omastar, it's kind of got Electivire syndrome from week 1, whereby he could bring it. I don't think he will, but if he does, it will cause me problems. Because it runs 2 sets, Shell Smash or Hazard Sack. I don't want to see either of them, for various reasons. So yeah, if he brings it, it's going to be a problem, but I don't think he will. So those are my thoughts on the team building process and what Carson's going to bring. So thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. Keep an eye out tomorrow for the battle, if I can get that recorded in time. It'll hopefully be going up. I'll try and schedule it the night before. So on the Tuesday, I'll try and schedule it. To go up sort of middle of Wednesday when I'm at work. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be going up on Wednesday at some point. So look out for that. Links in the description to my boy Carson. My man Carson. Make sure you check out his channel. He's a very good friend of mine. And his content is A1 stuff. So go and check that out. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Rambled on for far too long. My final thank you to you all for watching, and I guess with that, I'll see you next time. Laters.